Hi guys, Lenovo Z50-70. Today a short tutorial about fixing or rather replacing the screen on this laptop. As you can see, stripes flashing. At first I thought the cable is broken because when you moved around the screen, pressed in certain parts, the image was restored and I got this replacement cable. I even tried to hook it up. Fortunately, I was smart enough not to take the laptop apart because you need to take apart 3/4 of the case to weave it through in the corner here. Because when you just take off the back panel, this top part is still covered, so you won't get it through the corner. So I hooked it up just outside of the laptop and it didn't work. So it seems that the LCD panel itself is broken. My daughter was carrying and lifting the laptop by the screen, so that could be the probable cause. And here I got a totally brand new replacement panel. So let's hope it's this, not the graphics card. So let's start off by taking out this frame. I did this before, so I'm fortunate to know how to do it. Although, first we need to switch off the laptop, which is not that easy without seeing the screen. Maybe we will disconnect the power. But of course, there's still the battery. Holding the power switch for longer should switch it off, but just to be safe, let's disconnect the battery. Fortunately, in the new laptops, the background illumination is done via LEDs, not those cold cathode tubes, which had something like 400 volts, 100 hertz, or was it 100 volts and 400 hertz. Either way, you can get a pretty bad shock if you touch that when it's working. So let's now remove a frame. I have this tool used for phones where you can pry it up. And the good thing about this tool, it's a piece of plastic with this limiter, so you don't get it stuck in too deep. If you use a regular screwdriver, there's a risk that it'll touch the edge of the panel and you'll crack the glass. Of course, this one's broken, but in your case, it could be actually the cable and it would be too bad if you damage the screen where it was only the cable. So better be safe than sorry. So now that we have this removed, we can unscrew the 4 small screws in the corners. It's best to start from the bottom so the screen doesn't fall from the top when you're unscrewing it and can get crooked on one edge and also crack. So start from the bottom screws. Okay, so now once these are undone, we can move to the top ones. The screen itself is placed on these plastic protrusions, so it won't easily fall off. Of course, it's better to support it a bit when you're unscrewing the last screw. Okay, so now that we have all the screws removed, we just need to pry it up a bit to take off from these protrusions. Okay, and we can lay it down and disconnect the cable. The cable is attached in a funny way where the label itself is holding it and preventing it from it getting detached. So once we get that removed, I can show you how it's attached using this other cable. So let's move the label up. These plugs are quite small right now. It's difficult to get them aligned, but it's snapped in place. And as you can see, this label here now attaches to the screen and you won't rip the cable out. So let's get this removed. Oh, got stuck a bit. Okay, and that's how you detach it. So now we can proceed with installing the new screen. And as I said, let's hope it's the screen, not the graphics card itself. Although I did connect an external monitor, it worked. So obviously it's not the graphics card. It could be the channel that's drawing the built-in screen, but that's a rare case. Usually the thing that gets broken is the screen. So let's attach this as I've shown you before. Place the label securing the cable. Okay, so now we can put it back on those plastic protrusions. There's also this metal frame on the edges, which you need to spread to the sides. So these protrusions fit into the screen. And maybe for testing purposes, we'll just attach 2 screws from opposite corners, just so this doesn't fall down. Not to do too much work, just in case it proves that the screen is actually not the problem. But that would be another problem, because replacing the graphics card would be totally not worthwhile in a laptop this old. Okay, so now just let's hook up the power again. We don't need a battery for now. So let's just plug the supply. And a moment of truth. Switched it on. So we have a background, no flashing, so it's a good sign. And we have the logo, so total success. So now we can add the other 2 screws. Lower corner. Now upper corner. Okay. Just tighten the first screw, which I left a bit unscrewed. And we can remove the foil from this pristine, totally new panel. It's gonna be good as new. Okay, and now just to replace the frame, which snaps easily in place. And what's that? Oh, antivirus software. What did my son install here? Avast. Nowadays, for just a gaming PC, not used for any other purposes, I guess it's not worthwhile to install this. Windows Defender itself is pretty good, especially if you don't use the computer for banking and stuff like that. My son will install software like this, and then he's wondering why the FPS are dropping on his Fortnite. Well, we can put away the old screen, get it probably disposed, and now let's open your favorite YouTube channel, www.plawski.pl. And here we have a channel intro. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, and see you again soon.